Very good morning to all of you. My respects goes to the both the senior ministers who've just graced us. For us, sir is a senior in our cadre as well as now the minister in Uttar Pradesh. And to respected sir, it's always been a pleasure to work under you, even in the power sector and now in the urban sector. And my thanks goes to Rupa ma'am for inviting us and giving this opportunity to represent the state of Gujarat out here. Uh, a very interesting presentation just from the Japanese side. So we wish we could also work and collaborate together very soon. Thank you. Uh, for this, I would be representing the use cases because the topics given to me was from uh, policy to practice. So how the implementation strategies from the Ministry of Urban Department in Government of India, as well as how we work in Gujarat. So I would be just bringing in certain examples of how things are put to practice and how a few policy tweaks can help us leverage the problems that we face in the processing and disposal and consumption. The first is, I would just say, why is the need for circularity? Second is the scenario of solid and liquid waste in Gujarat. What are the policy recommendations and how we are scaling up our works in our industrial policies, and how we can scale it up in other states or probably with the central government. You all know that the need for circularity is the need of the hour. But what is presently happening is a linear arrangement that has been engaged all over the country and all over the world. So the globally accepted phenomenon is a circular economy. What Gujarat aspires to do is also go one step ahead of being aspirational by refurbishing, remanufacturing, and repair, and co-embedding this with the circularity. So we go from the traditional take, make, dispose model, which is a very unsustainable model, to a more circular and sustainable model. This is just a screenshot scenario of the total solid waste generation that is taking per day. So that's about approximately 10,000 tons per day, and we are processing close to about 90%. So the processing gap is about 1,050 TPD. That's about 10% is the processing gap in terms of solid waste. And in terms of liquid waste, the generation is close to about 4,500, the latest figures. And we treat about 90% of liquid waste in Gujarat. So the treated waste reuse, which is pending, is a gap of about 7 to 8%, which is about 1,200 MLDs per day. So what are the current policy initiatives in Gujarat that has helped us push things ahead? The first thing is for the waste to compost, we go by the Gujarat Solid Waste Management Policy of 2018, where we also give a huge grant for setting up composting plants and also provide the forward market linkages. For the waste to energy plants, many states go by the power sector and the urban department, but we have three different policies which can be etched into one. First is we give a huge incentive of about 75 percentage to non-profit institutions and about 50% profit as incentive to profit-making incentives for under the Gujarat Biogas program, which is one of the most advanced programs in under the new bioethanol policies and the global bio program in which India, Brazil, and all are signatories. Second is we also provide capital expenditure subsidies of about 25%, about up to 200 crores, and an OPEX subsidy, an interest subsidy, and an electricity duty exemption, which is most required to offtake waste to energy plants under the biotechnology policy of 2022. And third is the Atmanirbhar policy of 2022, where we also provide subsidies for transport and institutional procurement of machinery. This is one example where which we want to say about what Surat Municipal Corporation is doing. This is the Agriculture Produce Market Committee Bio CNG plant, where the daily feedstock is about 50 tons per day from the vegetable market waste, and we have a contractual agreement between the operator as well as the APMC feedstock. So the operational cost is about 6 lakhs per month, but the revenue generated is about 14 lakhs per month. And the initial capital investment of 8 crores, we have already recovered about 60% of what has been installed. The second thing is it also provides a higher incentive because it is a PPP model where the industry also gets into the job. So second thing, it provides a forward linkage for processing. This is the second example is the Banaskantha dairy, which is the Banas dairy, which is a quite popular one, where about 40 tons of organic waste is collected from 150 farmers across 6 villages. The good part is about 4 crore kilogram of dung is processed. So that's about 1 crore kilogram of cow dung that has been processed in a year. We procure it at a rate of 1 rupee per kg. and about approximately 3 lakh women self-help and farmers benefit from this. So and bio gas, you look at the cost, it's 72 rupees per kg, which is much lesser than what is available in probably Delhi or any other city. So this is how the incentive program works, and it is a complete circularity program. What are the policy recommendations from Gujarat that we are implementing? We are trying to go with the tax and fine on dumping wet waste in landfills, as one of the esteemed guests spoke about how it is done in the UK. So we are also adopting a similar model of the UK, Germany, and Korean model. And we are also trying to relax environmental clearances for setting up waste processing plants. So for the EC clearances, we go for one step ahead. And third, we are also tying up with chemical fertilizer plants in which Gujarat has GSFC. So we are trying up with them. So a more of a tax regime and more of a fine regime would also help in getting this. Third is this is one of those example where Gujarat is in every city. We are trying to invest in reverse vending machines, bottled reverse vending machines. This is for the city of Vadodara, where we've been involved. About 2.24 lakh bottles have been recycled till date. And second is making all the tourist destinations, something like the Statue of Unity in Kevadia, the Kutch Run of Kutch, Dhorro, and all going plastic free. We've processed about 760 tons of plastic waste, even in the recent Ambaji temple, where a huge Padyatra happens, and it has been made almost plastic free. Uh, so, what is the process that has been taken up from 1998 till 24? We've all have gone through a long procedure, but ban on single-use plastic is the biggest challenge that still remains in the country. I think inspection, notice, fine, 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 and that is the only thing that works when you go for managing single-use plastics. And also, incentivizing manufacturers of disposable products, which I think, ma'am, Government of India has to slightly push ahead by incentivizing people who produce biodegradable stuff and go on heavy taxation and fines on people who are producing single-use plastics. Also, in incentivizing industrial units which are located within 100 kilometer from any RDF consuming plant and giving them, a rebate or a tariff rebate in terms of production can also help. One of the recommendations that has come from Gujarat is give financial incentive to promote recycle and reuse performance, go for landfill tax, and tie up with the manufacturers and cement kins, which one of, I think, Dalmia Cement also spoke. So we're trying to do that with Ambuja Cements in Amreli and other places. This is one example of Bhavnagar, where people were incentivized to collect plastic bottles, fill the plastic bottles with single-use plastic, and then you can just see an example of how the tree was covered in that area. So every Gram Panchayat was paid money for collecting plastic, and then everybody was paid money because in Gujarat it works on a monetary model where you incentivize people through money, the system starts working. So we're doing this on a massive scale in the panchayats and coming up in the cities. So every instead of going for cement, concrete or cement constructions, we go for the plastic things right now. This is one of the most credible platinum rated waste to energy plants, which is the Jamnagar waste to energy plant, which is a model from Avalon Clean Energy. But now this is one of those successful models that's working in the country. I would request people to just visit this and take it ahead. For inert waste, I know there's a lot of discussions going on. I will not get into this, but we will just show you how things can be made ahead. In C&D waste in Ahmedabad, Surat, and Vadodara, we go for aggregates and collection of these together. So that's how we are pushing it. Already the National Highway Authority spoke about it. So what AMC does is we're processing about 300 tons per day. We have got about 22 pickup zones in the city, and then it is being processed. Until now, we have got collecting about 160 rupees per metric ton. We pay to those collection agents and then process the C&D waste. This is the Dholera Ahmedabad Express Highway, which is spoken about earlier. Dholera is an upcoming smart city where the entire area is a low-lying area. It is about 4 feet below the sea level, but the entire area has been raised by dumping municipal waste, solid waste, and these highways are made out of elevating those areas. So we are able to clear about 4,000 tons of municipal solid waste of Ahmedabad and nearby cities. You can see the Pirana dump, which is being cleared, and the highways being built. So we are also trying to take a cue from Japan, Germany, and Korea, and we also try to implement 80% of wastewater utilization on consumption from existing reuse policies. So we also give incentives to industrial development corporations and industrial parks for consuming reused water. Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Surat, and Rajkot lead the job in this. Uh, so what are the future course of action? Creating PPP business models for STPs and reuse of treated wastewater. and also using thermal power plants, where all the thermal power plants, the water which needs to be used for cooling can be taken from reused water. This is the model from Surat, where Bamroli, Dindoli, and Bamroli sewage water plants and water treatment plants, 115 million liters of fresh water is being saved per day, because this is a model where it has been highly monetized using a dual financial incentive and sustainable water cycle. So we give incentives from the Gujarat industrial policy, where the industrial parks and firms are always asked to recycle and reaffirm with the state of action and the codes of actions. So these are two examples where we can adopt. One is from Hadberg in Austria. We have adopted this model. And second is from Ulsan, which is from the Republic of Korea, where we are going for eco-industrial parks. So from now on, in Gujarat, all the industrial parks and GIDCs are going for eco-industrial parks, where the industrial park is also having a plug-and-play model, whereas the entire cycling ETP, STP, WTP model is embedded into ecological parks rather than just industrial units. I'll just be finishing in 1 minute. So what is the future is integrate circular economy into the core industrial policy. So we have a circular economy action plan which is being implemented along with the circular Gujarat framework, which is also in tandem with the Viksit Gujarat 2047 model. Second is develop eco-industrial parks and industrial symbiosis models. And third is a dedicated circular financing instrument. So that is where the finance and PPP financing models come up. So I would just like to conclude by saying that urban planning, industrial ecosystems, and agriculture and water systems, all the three have to coexist. And how do you promote these focus areas? Is like you promote recycling industries, promote PPP models, have a robust market ecosystem, and digitize this data onto a same platform. So which seems to be the future. So what is the future in Gujarat that we're dying is as a cluster-based approach. We're going for material recovery parks and industrial recycling clusters all around Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara, Rajkot, and the industrial things. The Industrial Exchange Bureau goes and collects the data, collates the data, and feeds it to the Central Pollution Control Board and the GPCBs. And we have water use policies, which is being implemented in industries in Dahej, Hasira, and such in clusters. And finally, when coming to urban local body, Ahmedabad, Surat have been implementing the waste to energy plants apart from Jamnagar. And Surat's 40 MLD treatment plant is one of the successful models where the Surat Corporation is earning about 40 crores just from recycled water in a single year. So that is that's it from my side and from the state of Gujarat. Thank you.